What do Apple's first mouse, a stand-up toothpaste tube, and a Palm 5 PDA all have in common? No, it's not a joke. They were all products of design thinking, which is a problem-solving methodology that encourages creativity and innovation at solving some of the most complex problems. So, who's behind these products? A company called IDEO. IDEO is recognized as a leading expert in design thinking. They literally wrote the book. This globally renowned design firm has consistently used design thinking to revolutionize product creation and product execution and delivery. Examples, which we just talked about, some of them are like, Apple's first computer mouse. Collaborating with Apple, IDEO developed a user-friendly mouse that became the new industry standard, exemplifying how their intuitive design can shape technological revolutions and drive an entire industry. Let's talk about the stand-up toothpaste tube for Procter & Gamble. IDEO made a user-centric product that became widely popular for its practicality and its innovations by reimagining the traditional toothpaste tube. And then, close to my heart, the Palm 5 PDA. Through their expertise, IDEO crafted the sleek and functional design of the Palm 5. It set the benchmark for handheld devices for decades, if not already influencing and continue to influence mobile devices that we see today. Improving your design thinking skills can put you in a position to be a mini IDEO and create innovations that change industries. Can anyone learn it? The answer is a resounding yes. I've employed design thinking skills in my work as an innovator, and it's something anybody can learn. So stay through to the end, and I'll give you the 6 steps to improve your design thinking skills. So, design thinking is not just about creativity. It is a structured framework focusing on the end user, the end customer, the person that's going to benefit from your innovation. It involves empathy, creativity, and rationality. You can create better solutions by understanding the people you're innovating for. So let's walk through some of these steps. So enhancing your thinking skills involves a commitment, practice, and a willingness to embrace new perspectives. The following are just some of these steps necessary to strengthen your design thinking skills. First up, empathizing with users. Empathizing with users is the foundation of design thinking. It involves deeply, and I mean deeply, understanding their experiences, motivations, and challenges, which in turn informs the design process and leads to a more tailored solutions. By immersing yourself in the user's world, you gain the insights to address their true needs effectively. So, how do you do empathy? Step 1, conduct user research. Gather comprehensive user data through various research methods such as interviews, surveys, and focus groups. This data helps you gain a holistic understanding of their experiences and the context in which they operate. 2, engage in active listening. Practice active listening during interactions with users. Focus on understanding their perspectives without bias or assumption, and seek to comprehend the underlying emotions and what motivates that drives that behavior. 3, observe users in their environment. Engage in ethnographic observation. And I'm always surprised by how few firms do this. But observe them in their day-to-day lives. You do this by spending time with users in their natural settings, in their homes, in their apartments, on the job. Observing them as they interact with products or services provides insights that users might not communicate directly, highlighting patterns and pain points. 4, create empathy maps. Translate the insights gathered during this research into what I refer to as empathy maps. These visual tools help you capture what users say, think, feel, and do, offering a clearer picture of their needs and desires. This map could be anything from a simple flowchart showing the user's frustrations, to a storyboard showcasing the entire user's journey. Number 5, immerse yourself in the user experiences. Put yourself in your user's shoes by experiencing the product or services as they would. This immersion can reveal gaps and opportunities that may not have been evident through observation alone. And 6, synthesize and share. Share those discoveries, consolidate your findings, identify those themes, group those insights, and then share these with your team to align, understand, and inform the design direction. A unified perspective ensures that solutions are user-focused and are relevant. So what's next? Define the problem. Defining the problem is a pivotal stage in design thinking, providing a focused blueprint for developing effective solutions. And I've talked about this a lot, but we're going to go through it again. By crafting a clear problem statement based on thorough user insights, you ensure your efforts are directed towards addressing the most significant and impactful challenges. This clarity streamlines the development process and aligns the stakeholder efforts towards a unified goal. Now, what are the steps to define a problem? Step 1, analyze insights. Review all the insights and data collected during the empathy phase. Identify those recurring themes, those patterns, the pain points that stand out. This analysis helps you understand the scope and the nuances of the user's issues, creating a foundation for a relevant problem statement. 2, draft the problem statement. Don't dilly-daddle, just draft it. Write it as it comes to you. Just formulate a clear, concise problem statement that reflects the core challenges identified. The problem statement should be user-centered, addressing a specific need or gap in the current experience. A well-crafted problem statement sets the direction for the brainstorming or ideation phase and ensures that the team focuses on solving the right issue. Number 3, ensure alignment with stakeholders. Share your problem statement with your team members and stakeholders to confirm alignment. I can't tell you how many times you share it and they give you input, and that input is usually pretty darn good. So gathering feedback at this stage helps refine the problem statement and ensures all parties have a shared understanding and agreement on the focus areas. Number 4, refine and iterate based on the feedback and further reflection, refining your problem statement as needed. Design thinking is an iterative process. Revisiting and adjusting the problem definition ensures that it remains accurate and relevant. Do not think that once you write the problem statement, it's fixed in concrete. It is not. Revise it, update it based on new insights as they're uncovered. Number 5, prioritize problems. If multiple problems, which is most likely the case, are identified, prioritize them based on factors such as impact, feasibility, alignment with organizational goals. This prioritization helps in deciding where to concentrate your innovation and design efforts for maximum effectiveness. And then 6, visualize the problem. Use visual tools like diagrams or concept maps to illustrate the relationships between different aspects of the problem. I'm a very visual person. I like to see visual cues, diagrams, illustrations, anything that would help me connect the dots. The visualization facilitates a deeper comprehension and helps communicate among the team members. And it offers really an additional context for the problem that you're trying to address. Next up, brainstorming. Brainstorming, or I refer to as ideation, is a crucial stage in the design thinking process, where creativity and innovation come into play to generate a wide range of potential solutions. The goal is to think expansively and explore various possibilities without limitation. This is where you apply your diverged thinking skills. To maximize your brainstorming efforts, Here are just a few recommendation steps based on all my years of having facilitated ideation or brainstorming sessions. 1, set the stage for creativity. Create an environment encouraging openness and creativity. This can be achieved by arranging comfortable and inspiring workspace, providing the necessary tools like whiteboards and the ever-present sticky notes, and setting clear rules that promote free thinking without criticism. 2, define the objective. Clarify the specific goal or challenge that needs to be addressed during this session. A well-defined objective keeps the team focused and ensures all ideas align with this overarching problem statement. And what you'll see with better focus, you'll see more ideas and better ideas. Number 3, encourage diverse perspectives. Don't do a cattle call. Invite team members to be part of your effort from varied backgrounds and disciplines. Diverse perspectives can lead to more innovative solutions as they bring different viewpoints and expertise to the table. 4, emphasize quantity, not quality. Focus on generating as many ideas as possible within the session. Encourage participants to think broadly and push beyond the obvious solutions. The aim is to create a vast pool of ideas that can be refined later. And next, utilize brainstorming tools. Incorporate tools and techniques such as mind mapping or brain writing or Scamper to enhance or expand the number of ideas that you can generate through the process. These methods can help unlock creativity and stimulate new ideas. 6, goes without saying, capture and document. Ensure that every idea is recorded visibly, not just verbally, on a board or a digital tool so that they can be revisited and assessed later. This documentation is crucial for tracking the evolution of ideas, ensuring none are overlooked. And 7, foster a judgment-free zone. Instill a mindset of collaborative support where ideas are shared without fear of judgment or immediate evaluation. This approach encourages participants to express creative and unconventional thoughts without fear of their ego getting bruised. Now, next up, and this is where most other practitioners don't talk about, and I'm a big believer of this, rank and prioritize your ideas. So after you've done your ideation brainstorming, right away, rank and prioritize. Ranking is probably, if not the most critical phase in the design thinking process. It is where you assess the plethora of concepts generated during the brainstorming to determine which ones are worth moving forward with. This process ensures resources are allocated efficiently and that the most innovative and impactful solutions are prioritized. So here are the steps to effectively rank your ideas. Step 1, establish a criteria. Define a clear criteria against which each idea will be evaluated. Now, these criteria might include things like impact alignment with the project goals, cost and time to implement. But establishing these benchmarks, whatever they are, ensures a fair and systematic assessment process. Number 2, evaluate your idea. Assess each idea based on the predefined criteria. Have everybody that's in the brainstorming vote, so there's no bias from one person to another. It's not a single person's decision. You want that collective perspective. Now, this evaluation can be done through a scoring, through discussions, through voting. The goal is to effectively determine each idea's potential value and viability through this collaborative analysis. 3, prioritize based on the scores. Compile the scores or rankings and prioritize the ideas accordingly. Focus on the ideas that score highest across multiple criteria. This allows the team to concentrate on solutions that promise the greatest benefit and align best with the strategic objectives. 4, conduct feasibility analysis. For top ranking ideas, research the technical requirements, potential challenges, the resources needed of people, time, and money, and ensure that selected ideas can realistically be developed. Number 5, refine and reassess. If necessary, refine the short list of ideas based on the feasibility analysis. Reassess them to confirm that they meet the project criteria under practical constraints. Modifications at this stage can optimize the potential for successful implementation. Number 6, align with stakeholders. Present the ranking ideas to stakeholders for feedback and alignment. This will validate the prioritization and ensure that it resonates with the bigger organizational objectives and vision, and most importantly, the customer's needs. Now, what's next? Next up, create some prototypes. Creating prototypes is a crucial step and probably the most time-consuming one in the design thinking process. It allows the team to visualize ideas and test their viability before full-scale development. Now, this phase transforms concepts into tangible forms, facilitating user feedback, and it allows an easier process of iterative improvement. So, what are the steps to creating effective prototypes? First up, define the purpose of the prototype. Not all prototypes are created equal. Identify what you aim to achieve with the prototype, whether it's exploring functionality, or you're going to look at aesthetics, or user interactions. Clear objectives guide the design process and ensures that the prototype serves its intended purposes efficiently. 2, select the right type of prototype. Based on the objective and resources, choose the type of prototype ranging from low fidelity sketches to rough cuts of wood to get a shape to high fidelity digital 3D animated simulations. The complexity of the prototype should align with what needs to be tested and the stage of the project. Lower fidelity at the beginning, more fidelity as you get through the iterations. 3, build a preliminary model. Construct an initial version of the prototype, focusing on the core functions or features. Keep it simple, iterative, allowing for modifications and adaptations based on user feedback and team insights. Next up in the process I build a proof of concept. For more complex ideas, create a proof of concept prototype that demonstrates the viability and potential impact of the idea. This will require more time and resources, but can provide valuable insight into the solution's feasibility. And 5, build pre-production prototype. Once the proof of concept model has been validated and refined, build a pre-production prototype that closely resembles the final product. This version should be tested thoroughly to identify potential issues or improvement before full-scale production. Now comes probably the phase that design thinking is most known for, and that is test and iterate. The phase of test and iterate is pivotal for refining solutions and ensuring they meet the user's needs. Just because you think it's a cool product or a really neat prototype you've created, you got to put it in the user's hands. You have to measure that. So it involves evaluating the prototypes with real users in controlled environments and gathering insights that lead to those last improvements that take your idea from a 5 to a 10. Iteration is repetitive. It's basically doing the same thing and testing and refining and testing and refining. And again, you're trying to optimize the usability and, most importantly, user satisfaction. Step 1, plan the testing. Don't do it just willy-nilly and ad hoc. Define the objectives of the testing session and determine critical metrics for evaluation. A logical plan helps focus on specific areas of the prototype that needs feedback. 2, recruit participants. To get a varied perspective, select a diverse group of users representing your target audience. Engaging real users ensures that feedback is relevant and reflects genuine user experiences. And 3, conduct user testing. Allow participants to interact with the prototype while observing their actions and collecting data. Their hands-on engagement provides firsthand insights into usability and functionality. 4, gather and document the feedback. Collect the feedback through observation, interviews. We tend to videotape, questionnaires. Documenting the feedback comprehensively helps identify patterns in areas requiring improvement. Did the user stumble on a certain step? Could they not determine what a button did? And then next, after you've collected all that feedback, analyze the data. Review the feedback to identify common issues and potential enhancements. Analyzing data is critical to understanding the prototype's strengths and weaknesses. And 6, you're coming to the end of your project. Prioritize the changes. Based on the analysis, decide which changes are most critical to implement. Prioritizing ensures that the most impactful modifications are made first to enhance the user experience. 7, implement those iterations. Adjust the prototype as needed, focusing on the prioritized feedback. This iterative process helps refine the solution and improve its effectiveness. And then 8, and the one that frustrates most everybody, retest and update the prototype. Constantly you're retesting and iterating. Retesting the prototype with users to verify those improvements after implementation. This continuous cycle of testing and refinement is absolutely essential to achieving high quality innovations. So what's left to learn? We've covered the 6, right? Well, what many overlook is having what I call a design thinking mindset. Building a design thinking mindset requires consistent practice and use of your design thinking skills. It leads to proficiency. The more you do it, the better you get at it. But here are a few tips that you should keep in mind when doing design thinking, and it'll help enhance your design thinking mindset. First up, stay curious. Cultivating a mindset of curiosity is essential in covering hidden user needs, gathering deeper insights that drive innovative solutions. By maintaining an inquisitive approach, innovations can better understand the problem space and explore new possibilities. Next, collaborate. You can't do this alone. Collaboration is the engine that drives design thinking, enabling teams to leverage a range of perspectives and skills to tackle complex challenges creatively. When teams pool their knowledge and experience, they facilitate breakthrough and develop solutions that might not be possible individually. Next, embrace failure, because guess what? When you're going through this design thinking iterative process, some of your ideas are just going to fail. So embracing failure is a critical aspect of design thinking. It encourages learning and encourages growth. What did we try? What didn't work? Why didn't it work? They're not setbacks, but they're informative stepping stones. The team can foster this culture of continuous improvement and innovation. And also, next, be open-minded. An open-minded approach is critical to the design thinking process as it invites innovation and the exploration of diverse perspectives. By being receptive to novel ideas and challenging assumptions, teams can discover unique solutions that might have been overlooked or otherwise just ignored. So now, it's up to you. Use design thinking to your advantage and encourage others to adopt it. You will be inspiring creativity in your community. Don't forget to subscribe down below. You don't want to miss the future episodes. Give us some feedback, give us a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.